It is begun.
Welcome to Stram.
Hi, welcome to Fate.
It's like an
Whoa, it's the
hour
game
and a
creation
half.
worksheet.
It's like super late.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Only 2 hours.
look at this new map.
They're not seeing the new map, they're seeing a spreadsheet.
Well, that's way more interesting. You should leave it there.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna leave it on the spreadsheet for the rest of the session. I'm just going to move the game tab to a different place, and we'll play from there. And you just look at these nice words on a page. So yeah, I explain all the face places, starting with Will.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing about Will is that none of us, except for the person who put it there, knows what it is.
Tell me about that nucleus
Probably
of
in another
magic.
god.
I mean, the text is like more than a summary. Essentially, like the place of law. It's my way of explaining the fact that magic can't exist. Is that there's somewhere this sort of nucleus of like non-law that kind of tries to override the
Laws of
lawness.
reality collapse.
So that's how magic happens. Is wizards and whatnot. They just kind of like tap into that and reorganize that chaos into another set of law that lets them supersede normal law.
How does a committee of 100 wizards come into this?
That's a weird byproduct.
So there's
Like-
also the Jimothy as a butt association.
I take no credit for this because it's not my idea.
This idea was based on the fact that I have an idea.
We'll be coming back to Homeworlds.
Yeah, so probably not gonna stay there for long.
I want to see where Jimothy is from.
Misery.
That's the thing. That square is actually 6 squares secretly.
Which one?
So tell
The
us
Homeworld
about that planet.
The gas planet. Tell us.
Oh. Well, yeah, it's a planet where somehow life happened, or at least some kind of magical life, presumably. Basically, it doesn't have land because it's a gas planet, but it has these floaty crystal ice polyhedrons, tetradecahedrons that just kind of float around in the atmosphere and spend their time playing games and generally being social because they don't really have like stuff to obsess about, so they just talk and play and do philosophy, I guess.
By the way, Endor is a new character we're going to be introducing today.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm the player who's going to be playing her, them.
And they go by Minna.
Oh yeah, that's me. Hi.
Yeah, your handle changes around a bit, so I wasn't sure that was like your standard one.
Like, it's always Mina or Minact, but
Oh, you're
I-
Minect. Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
recognize
I-
that name.
yeah, I made like 2 Magul levels, I believe.
Oh,
One
you
of the-
are a long time person around here.
Yeah, secretly, I sent you the Christmas present of like the Wings of V drawing.
Yep. Okay, well then. See,
Same person. Hi.
sorry about that.
Learning things out of game too.
Yeah.
There's also ghosts in space, with space, in the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Well,
ghosts
maybe-
realize, hey, I can go into space, and then they get space in them.
You know,
Ghosts made out of space.
space ghosts actually kind of.
No, they're made out of ghosts. There's just space in them.
it
Are they
kind of,
communists this time?
the space ghost kind of does well to supplement one of my other ideas for a face place, which is just pirates. Just pirates.
It's a little too late, unless we have a third season of this campaign somehow.
I was doing well with my second aspect, considering.
Alright, so, Ayat, where are you from?
Oh, we're doing this? Are you like editing the thing to put that in then?
No?
Okay. Well, to summarize, Ayat is probably like the furthest planet of the group, because where she's at, they do not have any contact at all with space. Like, there is no like space travel or energy. It's basically a fantasy, like high fantasy planet kind of place.
Alright. So where is Adora from?
So there was this like uninhabited planet, and humans tried to colonize it, but the planet had an alien crystal mind on it, and the crystal was just threatening to overgrow the planet, and also was hostile to the colonists. So two humans sacrificed themselves to fuse themselves with the alien mind, and so kind of just subjugated. So,
Emperor of mankind.
well, not really that, I don't think. Like, it was only two people, so now this kind of three-person committee is no longer just a completely alien threat, but rather their own person, and so that's basically the origin. And I guess then they also had their memories erased of all that events, so the actual home planet comes as just another complete barren planet where they just kind of made crystal stuff on it.
So it's a lifeless crystal planet.
Well,
To
It's
summarize, like as much as possible.
yeah, it's like a ball of rock with like crystal buildings on it that were just built for fun. Like, imagine a Minecraft player.
Okay.
Like, that's what the first aspect is about, actually.
A Minecraft player, but with only one block.
Crystal, yeah.
Alright. So, Jazz, where are you from?
Planet called Morbid, which I mean is a setting that I've been making with some friends, so like there's a lot to say about it.
Do you have like a link or something that has like all the information, or is it really just like between you and your friends?
There's a wiki, but it like isn't that good.
If you were to summarize it in like a sentence.
5 words or less.
A planet of furries that like has a bunch of gods on it, and the planet would not be habitable without the gods.
Except for divine intervention. Interesting. Because yeah, I am writing these and those exist, turns out, because I like things written down, sorry.
There wouldn't be enough room in the box.
I'm making something work, kind of.
It's time for Sroik.
Yeah, so Sroik is from my planet. They evolved very similarly to Earth, with the sole exception that no life evolved there except for arthropods. In the absence of any competition and stable atmosphere and yada yada yada, they actually grew to be human-sized. The planet itself is enormous. Think Jupiter, but a solid. And the entire planet is just covered with these creatures. Not just the surface, underneath as well. It's just population is insane, as insects do. They have human level intelligence, but due to the nature of their being, have no society whatsoever. It is perfectly acceptable for someone to go just eat someone else amidst anyone else, and no one's gonna bat an eye. Except maybe like, oh, I don't want to get eaten. I'm gonna run. Given all of this, these facts, this is a large population planet with intelligent beings. I forget the exact name of it, but that society, the Wizards Association or whatever.
You
they-
want?
Yeah, UWAT. They tried to put a base there a couple times, and each time it just kind of got destroyed within like the week. And eventually they're just like, all right, no, fuck it. Nobody go here. We can't do anything at this place. And the planet was deemed off limits for several reasons. One being that it's kind of a pre-civilization world. Interference might, destabilize how it develops, but also it's super dangerous. So no one's allowed to go there, but people still do. Mainly because it's a great junkyard planet. Not just because nobody cares what goes on there because nobody goes there, but also because anything that goes there just kind of tends to disappear. Because the bottom feeders on the planet are just vigorous. But not everything that gets dumped there gets eaten instantly, and that's also a place that people go to pick shit up because of how many things get dropped off there. So that's how Strike got off the planet, was by eating into some sort of spaceship of some kind. Somebody decided to pick it up and use it for parts. Yeah. In summary, giant planet full of bugs.
Hope you got
goes
all
there.
that. Telling Raocow, hope you got all that.
Oh no, I've summarized it.
Nice. Also, it may or may not, or the planet itself may or may not be a living magical entity that uses these creatures as like grooming parasites. That has yet to be decided. That's it.
All right, Winnie. And while you're describing, I will be right back.
Oh no, now he's never going to learn.
Yeah.
Yes, Wendy is from a planet which I randomly generated. Its name is Ritus. It is a foresty planet with animal people of all sorts. Probably, I'd say, many years back, the old god Nergurthalu decided to place his influence there, and now the vast majority of all inhabitants there are, let's see what would be the word, worshipping him, I guess, in a forceful kind of way.
Okay.
Forceful worshipping.
Like
You know.
ritual sacrifice.
You know, the kind of way that mortals would worship an old god.
Sounds like a great tourist place.
I'm sorry, I was spacing out. Hopefully we'll see it at some point.
Appropriate.
I think that just leaves Jimothy.
I guess so. She's back.
Oh, he doesn't need to be back.
I guess so. So he's from basically a planet-wide metropolis, where he's known as Jim Ferris to the local small-scale criminals. And basically, imagine like, I don't know, New York, where there's like rich people, poor people, and everything in between, where it's smart enough colonizers can make a quick buck of some gullible tourists or whatever, and it just happened that one day he managed to talk a lot of money out of one particular rich idiot, and that's how he basically got on this space journey.
Nice and simple. Okay, so that doesn't quite fit in the square, but we see just enough.
A whole planet of New York. That would be busy.
Well, yeah, it's. I'm thinking
like Coruscant, but not quite so so punk, I guess.
So like a more like almost like modern, but for planet, in a sense.
Basically, I'm just mean to describe that it's not entirely crystal spires, though, and not entirely wretched hive, but bit of both.
Okay. There's actually good places in it.
I mean, you got to get some gullible fools to get the money from somehow.
That is accurate.
You could delete the "those exist" to have a bit more room.
What'd you say? Sorry, I missed that.
You can delete the "those exist" words.
I guess. All right, let's try and save a little bit of place. We're gonna save there. I'm gonna remove the size from Stroy. We'll just remember that, or he'll always remember. Like the idea is just to give a quick memory jolt. There you go. Fits exactly.
So one thing, you don't have to write this down, but another detail about Stork's planet is, despite the overpopulation, like eating there is not a problem because so many creatures there just eat other ones.
It's like high birth rate, high death rate, basically.
Yeah. What'd you say? Other one? Jimothy?
It doesn't sound like overpopulation to me.
Yeah, it's not an overpopulated planet by any means. It's just there's a lot of them, and they make it work.
It's swarming.
It was a way for me to write like there's just living things everywhere. Like it's not just covered on the outside, but on the inside. Like,
sure. Well, it's like I think I misspoke. It's not even so much that it's covered. Like if you looked at it, it would look like there's like a lot of bugs, but it's not like a teeming mass that you can't see the surface of the planet. The planet is huge, so despite the fact that there's like billions of these things, they're still scattered throughout. But also, underground, there's even more.
I'm gonna imagine like comparable to Paulina, like during that time when there were all these structures around.
Maybe like imagine an anthill or an ant colony, or rather. It's like that, but the entire surface of the planet is like that. So it's like you can look at the top of an anthill and it's like, oh, there's like if you watched it for an hour, you'd be like, there's probably like 60 ants in there. No, there's more than you see.
For the ones that live on the surface, are they in a constant state of skittering away from wherever the nearest sun is shining? Like when you turn a light on?
It's like, what's his name? Or what's their name with drawing the carriage, the sun across the sky? Except they're just running away from it. What'd you say?
I'm back.
Hi, welcome back. But yeah, also a point of Stork's planet being magical is the foliage is never like eaten down. Like it gets eaten, sure, but it's always plentiful.
So you missed us going through everyone's planet.
You missed everybody's planet, Fuse.
Oh
Just
man.
Say it again.
What planet's the GM from?
This one?
GM planet. GM planet.
Alright, so over on the Roll20 room, let's have a tour of the new ship.
Woo.
Starting with level 1.
It's storage. It's where you store things.
It's filled with low-level enemies.
It's also at the bottom center of the room. There is a bay door that is implied. Well, not even really. Not even implied.
Level 2,
R&R. This is for rest and relaxation, including medical procedures. The epitome of rest. And
the freezer. To rest and relax.
There's arcade cabinets, pinball machines, books, vending machines, a bar, a kitchen, anything.
More
you
like a
need
cafeteria, really.
Yeah, more like a cafeteria, but also kitchen surface to make food on and serve. Also Winnie. And
I'm there.
Yeah, those two people who like each other so much, and they hang out.
Yeah, and this is typically where people go to relax, I would think.
And then the important one, the utility floor.
Yes. The level 3 utility includes a quantum utility engine, as well as 7 rooms. These 7 rooms serve some purpose or another. That then, at any given point during a session, once per session, the utility engine can be used to collapse one of the rooms, whichever has been the least used, and make it do something else of the lever puller's decision.
Pull the lever, Crunk!
Fix and point lever.
Fix and post.
Fix and post. Big engine thing. Fix and post. Yeah. Also, to the audience, I was up for like 9 hours last night and got 3 hours of sleep because I decided to stop making this map. This is not the final version.
The post is yet to come.
Yeah. So there are some things that will possibly be fixed later on.
Level 4.
Personal quarters. It's beds and bathrooms.
And beyond.
Don't be here much.
Beds, bathrooms, and beyond rooms.
Off screen.
Yeah, we need a beyond room.
Off screen was kind of figured out that most people wouldn't be using their room.
Yeah. Some people are at the bars. Some people are in the meat forest.
Jazz is in a cannon. And hasn't moved yet.
It's so cozy.
Oh yeah.
Strike's just kind of standing in the middle of the bedroom room.
They were painting the inside of the cannon.
As a new character,
Are you painting spiraling on it? What'd you say?
as a new character, Adora is not yet anywhere precisely,
yet.
so yeah.
You're in space right now.
And level 5 is bridge. Captain stuff. People that sit in chairs, work the ship, as well as operate the guns.
Yeah, that's the floor that you go to if you need to get over a body of water.
It has a mezzanine.
Because that's where you fly the ship from.
Honestly, it is pretty fancy compared to everything else.
What is?
The bridge, like, that's that fancy mezzanine going on.
Oh, this was the. Remember, the span of time I was working on these maps, the bridge was the first room I designed.
Honestly, like, the maps are really, like, they looks like they're from Sierra era game or something. They're pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
They match the pixel art that Pizza drew of the season 2 cast.
Nice.
I haven't drawn Ayet yet, though.
That's why I said season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is going to be season 3 then? Okay.
I guess it's like season 2 too.
Oh, I also forgot
Yes,
the most,
that's
2.1.
the
like,
most important feature of the R&R is the snowman.
I didn't know you worked at Valve, Rockhal.
The ship also has 40 people staffing it that are 3D printed every day.
Yeah,
Speaking of the
well,
ship,
no. They spontaneously generate in their quarters. Like, that's what the 20 bunk beds are for. The crew just kinda appears there if they die.
And to think we managed to pull this out of a floor.
With the help
I mean-
of another spaceship.
so the
Just
aspects
throw-
for the Pope are a functional work of art, a golden testament to magic and technology, a perfect cube, fully staffed by a capable crew, Human ingenuity, no substitute.
Even though there's no humans in the crew.
Yes.
The crew is the humans. The
Yeah, like
staff.
I
Yeah,
was
like-
gonna rewrite this flashback ingenuity, but
Yeah, like, what's a better word?
We're using human in the abstract sense.
Carbon-based life form ingenuity.
Sapient.
the crew is kinda
Uh.
human. I mean, humans don't normally appear in beds, just kinda.
I mean, you kind of do usually.
Are AI not
These
sapient?
days.
But we keep moving
We're
the
slowly
goalpost.
turning this into the first season of Fate.
What was that?
We've got the Pope. The group has built their own transportation, and when people die, they wake up again in their beds.
Oh yeah.
We also got ants.
We also have somebody who can heal people by shooting them.
Well, that's why
Ah.
Jazz liked the canon so much.
Which one is that?
It's Adora, kind of.
Oh, right, yeah. Like, I disintegrate your diseases.
So the ship's crew has a bunch of skills, because the ship itself has no AI.
Yes.
5 pilot, 4 shoot and physique, 3 notice and computer, 2 lore investigating mechanic, and 1 magic rapport and craft. Because you couldn't read that yourself.
You might be listening audioly.
Welcome to our
I
Fate
guess.
Yeah, if you're
That's
like
dumb.
me, like if any interaction with the stream is very like accurate, that's probably a good thing.
Your audio cut out there.
Oh, doesn't matter. Never
Yeah.
mind.
The interaction with the stream is that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So the stunts. The stunt can steal stunts from the players. That's
More
cool.
like we can.
It is no thief, it merely borrows.
Well, it's the opposite. It's we can like use the ship as a way to use our stunt on a ship scale at a
Yeah.
cost of a fake coin
Or more.
or more if needed.
We already explained the quantum utility engine. We explained the reserves more or less. The ship's refresh is what determines how many they can revive 3D print per session. The crew doesn't mutiny, ever. That was important enough to dedicate an entire stunt to it.
Of course it is.
And they can just make stuff that you need. Also, all of their names start with J.
That's not an aspect nor stunt, but it's there.
Let's name all of them.
Well,
Jake is
We
gonna.
already have. Well, I mean, Fuse already has.
And
I
Jake
mean,
is
let's
not
go
going
through
to
all
fix
of
the
them.
game.
That would take way too long.
The ship has more
Viewers-
armor than weapons. Whoa.
Whoa. It does have 0.5 meter thick walls in every direction, including between floors.
And it already
Also,
has
it-
kind of good shoot skills, so what it lacks in weaponry makes up for pinpoint accuracy.
I
Yeah,
don't think
but-
we gave it that stunt.
Also, it has gold on the outside. Like, you see it and it's like blingy bling.
It's like a shining gold with intricate patterns and designs carved in.
I'm trying to imagine the ship using any of Jazz's stunts.
for a lot of them, it would be weird, but the option is there.
For mine,
Oh man, the ship is going to pull artwork out of the wall.
Well, yeah, just
I mean, that would
add a
make
tall cable.
That would have
How
been
would
very
the
useful for building this ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
If the
could
ship
have-
used my first stunt, who would the damage be redirected to?
Another ship, I guess.
Like, yeah. Perfect.
Maybe I should give Jazz the stunt that they're able to merge with the wall as living graffiti, so I can make the ship use it.
would that preserve everyone inside safely in the wall, or would that just kill us?
Only one way to find out.
Oh no.
We
I
may
feel-
end up being desperate enough.
I feel that because like we're kind of the brain of the ship, strictly speaking. Like the crew is the organ and functional system of the ship. So I think we're part of the ship when it's doing
Yeah, like
stuff.
We're like the bacteria.
Yeah, like the
We're
crew
the-
doesn't have much agency on
With the
its own.
DNA, we tell the ship what to do and fix it when it gets damaged.
Ah, the ship can use Shroik's stunt to survive in space.
But only if I spend a fate point to allow it.
Hmm.
It costs you 2 to make the ship work in space. We did
Can the
it.
ship fly?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
I mean, it has the jets, which probably allow it to counteract the gravity when it is within gravity of a planet or something.
I mean, like
so
one of the
Strike has
aspects
to
is-
spend 3 fate points every time you want the ship to go anywhere.
I mean, if you want the ship to have wings instead of jets, or in addition to jets, rather.
Yeah,
then
if the jets are ever damaged, we got that as a safety.
Yeah, because that would work in space.
Well, if
Well,
we're like planet-wise or something.
Like, as long as you escape the gravity well of a planet, then you just kinda need to keep going without anything to stop you.
Yum, yum, yum.
So, you guys are on your new ship.
Yeah,
Mostly.
most on the new ship.
Let me
Strikes
see
snooping
how
around.
Paulina is feeling.
Oh, that means that when you can make the ship teleport.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how we actually transport
Yeah,
travel.
with the range at a ship scale.
You mean it wasn't already?
No, I gotta make the ship turn into its old god form.
Right, so shortly after you guys take off and Paulina follows after you, Paulina just scoffs and flies away.
Well, there goes the game's big baddie.
Oh, that's poor Lena. We hardly knew her.
I feel like we
Actually,
knew
yeah.
her a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Wow.
Oh yeah, add the box dog token somewhere.
Yeah.
And
Oh
and
yeah,
the-
that dog. I was wondering.
Also gonna be in storage.
So many potential boxes. 0 actual boxes.
we did have some stuff in Paulina we brought over. All that Christmas stuff.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
like
here's your dog.
in the game last time we did move
Oh, Lord.
our thing. So
What?
I thought it was a sausage or a poop at first.
That looks like a grub.
Sure.
yeah, you gotta really zoom in to see the dog.
Zoom. Enhance.
Winnie controls this dog. I should probably have the zoom a bit in farther. more. Using words in their correct orders to have meanings.
Uh-huh.
Oh, where'd the dog go?
Went to jazz.
Did you say where the doggo?
Where did the doggo?
One of the bedrooms.
Oh yeah.
I-
We said we were going to make like a whiteboard of what everyone wants to do.
Yeah, I figured that'd
Yeah.
be the first thing we'd be doing after we, install
Well,
ourselves on the ship.
there is this big amount of space near the bedrooms, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could just do it like in the starfield outside the ship too.
What color should I make the crew?
Red. Red
Which
shirts.
one?
You gotta.
Yeah, you have to look.
One
gray that
of
blends
each.
in with the background.
Yes.
Well, that would be 2 of each.
You didn't
Get
have phones
20
of red.
more red.
Well, I mean, it's like 1 per bunk, so 2
Yeah.
each.
Well, yeah, there'd be like 20 people active at a time, like 12-hour shifts. So yeah, there we go.
Wow, they're big.
For those keen-eyed viewers out there, you might notice that each level of the ship
I'm not
actually
gonna
has
redo that 20 times.
actually has a different base color for the gray in the background.
Oh
Huh.
yeah, the bridge is a
That's
bit
true.
more green.
From top to bottom or right to left, rather, it's yellow, orange, red, purple, blue.
So I moved
Oh.
Jazz like directly down from where they were before.
They just sunk through the.
Clips to the floor. Bye.
That just happened to be in a bedroom.
Which is reasonable.
I guess I can go ahead and ask this now. Is this 3D printed crew telepathy-able?
One
Presumably.
way to find out.
If you read their mind, it's just, I sure do love my job. I sure do love my job.
Like their gunner just says gunner, 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 gunner.
Shoot, don't shoot. Maybe shoot, shoot, don't shoot.
Ready to
And
shoot.
one janitor somewhere.
I hope I hit.
With another 20 people in bed.
Great. Oh, we have a separate bartender and doctor. Okay.
I mean, of course, they need to assist each
Uh,
other.
yeah, they have to have a second doctor, otherwise why would there be 3 beds?
Because you can work on one patient and then while they're down, work on a different patient.
Yeah, but in case of an emergency, that's a bad idea. No, it works out this way.
There is presumably a nurse among the other crew.
Just don't ask for Bloody Mary at the bar.
I'll make it bloody alright.
Or the bartender is secretly a nurse as well.
Unnecessarily threatening bartender.
So is there like 2 bars?
Nah,
And
right
the other one is the kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen slash.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's where Winnie works.
Well, I don't
Winnie
have-
is the chef.
Winnie has to wear a full body hairnet.
Yeah.
I'm-
Well, it's the
I'm
chef
guessing-
on Polina.
I'm guessing the little, like, 9-pixel things with the red pixel in the middle are like stovetops, burners.
Okay.
And a toaster next to it, and then I couldn't think of what else is used to cook in a kitchen, so I
Oh.
just made a sink and said I'm done.
It's an actual toaster. What about a blender?
Yeah.
Well,
Or a
You use
microwave.
counterface.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Okay.
counter has like inbuilt fridges, presumably.
Well,
there's a
yeah,
freezer
there's
right next
the
to it.
freezer.
Stuff.
Yeah, I thought about it twice about putting a fridge in. I'm like, fridge? No, freezer. Fridge? No, freezer.
Everything else is just put away right now.
Also, one of the reasons there's not more is because one of the most important things in a kitchen is a clean, clear countertop to work on.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
I am
have
reminded
all-
of that every day because I do not have that.
That doesn't automatically sanitize itself. Because the only automatic process is the creation of new crew members.
There should just be a button on there. There's not even that's automatic. Just someone has to press it. Every day.
You press the button and it just dispenses some cleaning products.
Oh, I meant
Get to work.
I meant for spawning the
No, like, that's automatic in case they all die somehow.
Well, if we all die, then
Yeah, the crew all dies and so does the party.
That's why there's a party bunker, so we don't die. We just go hide out in there.
Yeah, it's a
party.
bunker just for the party.
Where the party it's all about partying.
The crew can't enter.
I was a mini party starter then.
So, what is your first goal? Now that you're able to do things that you want to do.
All right. Yeah. I figured after we all settle down, like we kind of all make our little space. Yeah, I feel that in character would make sense to just kind of discuss what we're doing.
Yeah.
I would like to appear somehow. But I guess that can wait until you actually go somewhere where it's reasonable.
Yeah, figure out where you're meeting up.
Yeah.
I want to say an R&R.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we can have a bit of a quiet talk.
Where you have a nice convenient tables with 2 chairs each.
Yeah, we're screaming at each other.
Listen, I was
didn't even
tired.
notice that until just now.
No, it's an intentional design decision. So people don't mumble, because when you mumble, people don't understand you. So you have to speak loud and enunciate clearly.
Strike stands on the chair. Strike doesn't know what this is.
But he knows that it's a place that you're supposed to go to.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can see
Yeah,
the
he's
other
never
people's-
seen anybody else sit in a chair the entire time
No.
he's been with the group.
That might be true.
Well,
There's Polaris.
Oh, yeah, he's in storage.
Well, I just kind of assumed that was the shape. It's like, oh, they've built a contraption to house this person's shape. How wonderful.
Yeah, that's just his natural shape, weirdly at an angle, like no logical gravity. It's
Yeah, like
maybe he's sick or something. Made his limbs all weird, all bended.
I got that's my new faceplace, weird limb disease.
that's an upcoming threat.
Alright, so you all gather around that table. And the other two,
Mostly.
kind of.
You could just pull chairs. You know, you can move chairs around. That's a great thing about them.
Yeah, I could just like take a bar stool or whatever as well.
No, but that's the great thing about bar stools. They don't move.
Yeah. The bar stools are all, like, bolted to the ground.
Yeah, so bar patrons don't smack each other with them. Or fall out of them, over them. Well, anyway.
All right, everyone. So we're free from the tyranny of Paulina. So what are we doing?
Good question. What were you doing?
Like, we're at the liberty of going anywhere we want. And the thing is, though, one of the key features of us that I like is that there's no clear leader between us. So we kind of have to decide together where we're going to be doing.
Like, Jim clearly wants to go home.
Jimothy
That's-
says in third person.
That's one option.
I invoke your trouble aspect.
But see, what I thought is that to leave it completely fair is that we all kind of write down somewhere what we want to do, and we just kind of like pick it up by chance. And so we all commit to doing like what that person wanted, and then when we're done, we can move on to the next person.
I mean, why not discuss it before? So maybe, if somebody has a good idea.
I mean, we could, but what are other people's ideas?
I mean, you could, but doing it by lottery means you can do some sleight of hand to manipulate the results.
I wouldn't do that. Well, anyways, like, but still, okay, like maybe we do want to discuss it. What do other people want to do?
I would like to see more of those large stone clusters of shelters.
Planets?
Smaller.
Moons?
Smaller.
Like
Rocks?
meteors?
Smaller.
Buildings?
Sand?
Containing those.
Cities?
Is that what they're called?
That's
Well-
what they're called if you're referring to cities.
Well, he
Like,
knows
are you
what a
referring-
building is.
Yeah, we've broken many of them.
That is true.
Oh, you've broken a lot of cities too.
Less than buildings by, almost necessity. How many half building cities were there? Yes, sorry.
One building stretched over 2 cities.
So you don't have like a concrete one you want to visit. You just visit some in general.
No, it could be made of concrete.
No,
Well,
he
when you
wants
go
to
to the
see.
when you go to the gas giant, then you'll be
He
able
want-
to destroy some cities without destroying buildings.
He wants to see stone buildings. All right, we got to keep that in mind.
So,
Wooden
like,
buildings just aren't the same.
Metal glass, not either, I suppose.
What do you want to do, Winnie?
Well, we've been together for a few years, but I feel like I don't really know you all that well personally. I think visiting all your home planets of where you're from would be kind of fun.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
So what we've been doing instead of missing out up some strangers' home planet, we mess up ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck messing up shit. I'd like to mention, this is very meta, but we probably shouldn't land on Sorik's planet.
Yeah, there's
What?
bugs everywhere.
The way you described it, I would totally want to check it out in person. What are you
Oh,
talking
sure.
about?
Sure, you can try and check it out. Just expect to, nothing there is hostile per se, but they are, trying to survive.
Like, imagine a trillion Zorks.
Strikes, but okay. Oh, one other facet of Sorik's home planet, forgot to mention. Just as Sorik is part roach, part tick, part lightning bug, every arthropod creature there is a mixture of 3 varying levels of arthropod.
Now I'm wondering, what in particular makes Shrike stand out from the rest of his ilk that he's like going around on spaceships and everything?
Just happened to be on one as it got picked up.
Yeah.
So you're saying a lot of them are as chill as Shrek is, then?
Well, Shrike is 3 creatures that don't really non-predators. I don't know if a tick's a predator. bottom feeder, maybe. Anyway,
Parasite.
Parasite. So, but imagine if there was a creature that was part wasp, part spider, part scorpion. That thing's probably going to have a different attitude than Strike. It's going to be more aggressive, more going after things that they want because it has a
That's fair.
assertive personality. Strike is very passive, very goes by what comes by.
And what
Also,
about you,
as a
Jazz?
reminder,
I don't know how the people my clan would deal with a spaceship landing there.
But like beyond that, like if you had the choice of doing anything right now, what would it be?
Oh, I want to go to like an art exhibition.
Makes sense.
Go to the biggest art expedition. Is it?
Pretty straightforward.
What do you want to do? Go to the zoo!
They want to see some cool art that they didn't make themselves, because that's kind of all they've had to look at for years.
Now, what I want to do is disrupt the very foundations of reality itself. And I think I found out a place where I could do that.
How did you find that out?
Well, it's sort of like there's legends out there about the spot where magic originated, and if we mess around with that the right way, I think we can make the universe a lot more interesting than it is right now.
Are we allowed to veto? Can we do that?
I don't know. I like that idea.
I think it would be best to preserve the natural order.
Well, we don't know though. Like that theory has to be tested.
I feel like preservation and testing don't work.
Well, like I said, we're apparently deciding we're just kind of all pitching our ideas and we'll decide what we do.
So kids, what do you want to do? I want to open up a bakery. Yeah. I want to open a library. Yeah. I want to nuke the world. Wow, everybody's minds are equal.
Exactly. I'm glad you get it, Strike.
Would you have an inkling of where that would be?
Yes. I think I have an idea of where we would need to go. During that time where we were kind of idling inside Polina for 3 years, I've been looking at the patterns, in the universe as we're traveling, and I think I figured out a place where no patterns go, and I think that might be the place.
Isn't that also a pattern?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. It's like not regular patterns. Once you get there, like they just kind of do whatever they want.
Pi is irrational, but it always goes the same way every time.
Yeah, I don't know how to bake either.
So that's just my idea that I'm pitching in as I think is fun team bonding project we could do together.
Let's hold hands as we launch the missile.
Barks dogs bark.
But like, hey, you're busy. But look, if anyone wants to do other things first, like that's cool. Like I'm fine. Like that's why we're having this talk here.
This is like the talk of someone in a game being like, if there's anything you want to do, you should probably do it now before progressing past this point.
So you're saying all of our home planets are just side quests?
So you might not be able to come back from here. Are you sure you want to progress? Yes or no? Mike.
I didn't even get a save prompt.
Hear me out. I think I can consolidate most of those in one. So my planet is like a really big city. Like the entire planet is the city. There's a lot of buildings there, and also a lot of like big museums. And I also happen to want to go back there anyway. So that would be like hitting 4 birds with 1 stone.
How full?
Honestly, yeah.
It's a pretty big rock.
Turns out the nucleus of magic is there too.
And $1 billion. Whoa. That wasn't even one of our goals when we got it.
I mean, rationally, you're right in that it would knock a lot off of the list pretty quickly.
So,
And this is
important question for Jimothy. Is your home planet in either of the major federations?
I think it was in a USO. I established like at the first session something because that's the only
Reminder
place.
that those two are currently at war. And you are in
And-
the middle of a battlefield right now.
Oh yeah, we still are. Let's get the heck out.
The ship has not moved yet from the bay, right?
I think it's
Yeah.
just moved from the bay.
Yeah, we left the bay and we're like outside of the battleship.
Drifting in.
Okay.
In retrospect, that should have been our first thing that we should have done. Just like get the heck out.
Let's just say this happens after what we're about to do. All this whole discussion, this happens.
What if, like how our crew is like crew, they figured out for us that we should probably not be here. And they just went ahead and got us out of danger.
Yeah.
And then Adora appears.
Doro.
Where? There you are.
Yes. I'm in player, yes.
Boop.
So...
You're
Oh,
stepping
I
on my dog.
somehow boop in the middle of the table.
Whoa, I didn't know you were summoning someone or something, Winnie.
I wasn't.
Strike tackles them.
I mean, that's logic, honestly.
Oof. Adora falls off the table.
Oh, I can move you on accident.
Oh, wait.
Purpose.
Do you think that battleship is retaliating by sending this thing?
Thing? I am no thing.
Well,
Then
if it's
what are you?
nothing, I guess you can eat it, right?
Strike grapples them. I hope you have any rapport.
No, I have empathy.
Don't die.
Did you want to finalize your skill pyramid first before this continues?
I believe it is.
You can't have skills floating.
Oh,
Yeah.
do I believe I wrote it out. Did I not save it?
Yeah, all of your stuff is kind of floating around.
Weird.
Floating point value.
I mean, to me, it's. How do I?
Reload the tab.
Tip tap tip 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 tap tip tip tap.
Sorry about this intermission, by the way. I'm just going to send a screenshot of what my character sheet looks like to me.
It looks like Whittier, Alaska.
That's probably because I have not sent the screenshot yet. Okay.
Well, yeah. See, your stuff is floating.
Yeah. It looks exactly the same to us.
Okay,
Like-
then.
The
You've
way
got,
the way that the skills system works here is that you cannot have a number, you cannot have a word in a bubble of a number without having a word beneath the bubble of that number. So, for example,
Yeah, there's
your magic,
nothing supporting your +5s.
Okay, then let me get the skills to where they were, and then I'm going to. So this was here. Jeez, no one told me. Okay. Floating. So this goes away, and this means I. All right.
So right now, the way things are positioned is
Yeah. Okay. Jeez, well, this kind of. We have 5 skill points left to screw around with. I guess I could
Have you
uplift.
clicked off of whatever you're doing?
I believe so.
Then this setup would have cost a total of 3 skill points already.
Yeah, I have this listed in my notes, I believe. What I'm
Right.
doing.
So we
It's
have
like-
we have 8 skill points floating around in the group.
that's what we
Okay.
worked for the Pope with.
Yes, so I have 5 left. I believe I've been told that, just not about the floating skills,
Well,
which...
the poke had nothing to do with the group's current level. It was based entirely off of the roll.
All right, let me see.
Oh,
How
right.
many skill points we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah, because the way it's structured in for the Pope is the same as for me. So
Huh.
Actually, 9. Because I have 1 skill point floating around.
I don't think that should be.
yeah, I don't think so.
Aya
either.
doesn't have the floating skill point.
Yeah, so...
Unless
like,
I'm supposed to have one.
I got a skill point last session.
That should have been number 8.
Or... let me
Maybe you actually added it but forgot to delete the floating.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so suppose I rotate, like...
So like, if you want to have something in 5, you need to bring up like one of your 4s at the cost of 1 point, but you can't go like another 5 until you fill up another 4 column.
Yeah. So stacks, okay.
Yeah.
I think I can understand stacks. Okay, well then... Jeez, well...
Topory, co chyba by nie byłeś, możesz przymierzyć kiedyś.
Sorry about that. Okay, well, it's going to take a finite amount of time. So I guess I could like rotate this here for 2 and then rotate something else in from this. Yeah, that works. For 2, and I would have 1 left, so I could move nothing of note. Okay.
So with 1 point, you can move a 1 to a 2 or a 0 to a 1.
Yeah, maybe
Or
I'll
just
take...
save it.
Save
Yeah,
it for the
I guess.
judge.
Maybe I'll take 1 athletics so that I have any.
I'll be back.
Yeah, that works, okay. Maybe I should...
Wow, this person has the ability to freeze time mid-grapple.
sorry about the information, really. Okay. No, really.
Oh no, it's Nyan's prophecy. It came true.
What is it?
We spent the first 3 hours of the session not doing anything.
I mean, that was already... I mean, something's beginning to happen, but it's happening very slowly because I have... Never mind. Okay, so Adora has been tackled and...
Tackled and grappled.
Except
Okay.
Nyan is AFK.
All our characters would be recognizable by their silhouettes, I think.
Oh, definitely. There is a lot
Except
of...
Timothy.
I mean, I've got generic humanoid silhouette, which is in this party is recognizable.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's enough biomorphic differences in this group that he stands out by not standing out.
Yeah, okay, so...
I guess we're waiting for Nyan still.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
any
so-
action... The most action I can take is just stare with wide eyes, all 8 of them, because I'm as surprised as you all are and confused.
Yeah, you just appeared on a table, people started talking about you, and then a bug man tackled you to the floor and is holding on.
I sure did.
And everyone's talking about you with kind of this weird condescending, like, way. That's not great, but...
And somebody just told the bug man to eat you.
Fond memories of Paulina telling Strikes that Sasha is trash.
This is your first interaction with the party.
So what do you do?
Well, wouldn't Shrike roll something?
Strike doesn't have to roll to eat things. I'm giving you a chance
For
to
the-
say something first.
Oh,
I mean,
don't-
the most that would make sense to be said is, what? Why? And raise a hand in like feeble self-defense. I mean, I don't have any in ranks in fight even, so...
You're an intruder.
How did you get in here?
Am I supposed to know? One moment I was on. Where was I?
Yeah, where were you before this?
I do not recall. Loveheart, is this your fault again? And then the eyes, the eyes of the character shift colors, and they stop being, the top pair stops being cyan, starts being magenta, and it is not me. There's something at work that exceeds me. Sorry about the intrusion. Could you please get off me before I am forced to try to do something about it?
Are you violent?
I would never kill anyone.
Strike's antenna twitches.
So Adora's like made of crystal physically, right?
Yeah.
I want to lick her. Figure out what she tastes like.
Sorry, this
Cinnamon.
is two people that attempted to get you.
Not so.
Everybody is tasting you now.
I'm probably not.
It's like, hey, Jimothy, this tastes like tequila.
The dog is licking you too.
Actually.
What did you say?
Okay, I might actually.
Tastes like a daiquiri. A cinnamon daiquiri.
When he's getting closer.
Alright. Strike gets off.
Thank you.
People are still licking you.
Wow.
Two
What?
dogs and Diet are licking you.
And the man in the well dressed suit. Yes, the suit is well dressed. Is eyeing you.
So I guess Adora stands up and does not mind being licked.
So you have no idea how you got here.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Do you have any enemies that would have banished you away?
No, I do not believe none that I would know of. As far as I remember, I have only tried helping people whenever I interacted with them. Thus, I really hope that kind of behavior would not have prompted me to have any enemies.
Oh, sir or madams, like helping people is the best way to make enemies.
That explains so much about you guys, Simo.
I bet this was Fuse's fault.
In this case, I have still so much to learn about this world.
Oh, this isn't a world, this is a ship.
Currently floating in space.
I would not have guessed because it looks like a really nice room, to be honest.
I mean, it's not as nice as the ship
With
that
no exits.
was one before.
The exits are implied.
So there's exit signs
All right,
just
there's
hanging
an
on the wall.
implied door into space somewhere.
Just imagining like a wooden door.
Well, technically,
Yeah, you just open the wooden door and like, oh hey, there's space in this room.
we do have a room that contains the void.
It's true.
That is fascinating. Maybe you should try to recreate it at some point. But this would be a proper time for introductions, I believe. I am Adora, and I am 6, I believe.
6 what?
Yeah. Yes, that would be.
We let this child on board.
Not
Yes,
I.
that is what we would all like to know, right? I mean, there is something wrong with how I recall. I think there is a lot of the past that I'm not aware of that I've had.
Sorik's gonna ask, like, what? Oh. Are there any pants? Is Adora wearing any clothes?
All right, give me a stealth versus notice.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be burglary?
Hiding is
burglary.
stealth.
Good, because I don't got stealth. I do got burglary.
I have. Okay. I'm still rolling notice, right?
Googlery.
Okay.
You
All right.
successfully fail.
Yeah. Adora does not notice you feeling up her waist.
Are we out of the war zone yet?
It has been implied, yes.
Okay.
We slowly drifted away.
How fast is our ship, Fuse? This legendary
Pilot
ship.
of +5.
There you go.
Do you want to roll that, see how fast we're going away?
Guess gonna. Below average. Still pretty good.
I mean, still great, strictly
to reiter-
speaking.
To reiterate, the ship does have 4 jets on each face. Think of a dice, like a 1d6, except every face is the 4 die. 4 side.
Except one has a face. Right?
Yeah, except one has a face. Yeah, in every corner of every square, there's a jet, which allows the ship to maneuver in any way it sees fit, with the right combination of jets. While with a certain combination, it could realistically just spin in place wildly.
Good.
That is true.
It's actually a couple of
That's its favorite button.
Oh no.
After not finding any pockets, I just leave. Mid Adora saying something.
Oh.
So the inability to pick pockets actually caused A to lose interest in the conversation that we were having before Adora arrived.
Yep.
What an attention span.
So, I believe I have interrupted you in some way.
Yes.
Only a bit.
Who are you anyway? What other question words?
I am.
When are you?
Where
Sorry?
are you?
Why are you?
I mean, we already asked why.
Oh, that's true.
And how.
How are you? Go on.
Again, past a certain point, I do not remember. I am to save lives, I believe. I am to help. I am to be. Why are you, anyway? Does anyone know?
Would the name Alfred ring any bells?
No, not as I know. I mean, it is a human name, presumably. I know as much, somehow. I know a lot of things without knowing how I learned them. It's frustrating. Fortunately, I've learned to live with it.
Well then.
I've just figured out we could resign the whole J theme and instead name every person, every person of the crew after a pope. Have there be popes on here?
Too late.
Were there 40 popes?
There were 266 popes.
A lot of
I
repeat
mean,
names,
I mean-
though.
Yeah, without repeat names, I mean.
I mean, there are the bunch of. Isn't the current list fine?
I mean, he was saying that as a joke. Like,
Oh. Is this a medical bay? No way, I can't
You
see
say,
it
looking
because-
at a wall.
Yes, okay. Okay, no X-ray vision. Okay, is there any sign of the on the wall or something? Okay.
Well,
I-
Adora does kind of have X-ray vision, in that you
I
can
mean-
use your eyes to cut through the walls and see what's on the other side.
I mean, I'm not going to do that.
I would go ahead and say yeah, the rooms are probably properly labeled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like med bay, freezer.
Labeled with instruction manuals attached to every door.
Yeah. In fact, something that I forgot to write, and I was wondering if people would gather it on their own or not. But by the bunk beds, I wanted to just write bunks in front of the door to resolve that mystery before it cropped up. But it didn't.
There's just an entire cookbook just attached to the door of the kitchen.
The instructions for cooking. All the instructions.
Maybe you should call the bunk rooms the bunker.
oh man.
At any rate, in the past day, I've been on a human colony.
So yeah, tell us what you were doing 5 minutes ago.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. As far as I know, I was on a human colony. One of the people there was hurt, and I was applying my talents. He was missing a leg. Not anymore.
The way you said that makes it sound sinister.
Now he's missing 2 legs.
No, it's not what I do. The eyes have shifted back to cyan. I restore people.
Hmm.
That man has 2 legs again and can serve the colony, as was his purpose in that place.
So you can
And-
regrow limbs?
Among other things, yes.
And
can
Milk
make
is gonna be
infinite
so
meat.
mad when he hears about this.
Well, I don't think he's going to hear about this.
I never take anything for granted. He's gonna show up one of these days.
Well, let me roll range for telepathy. I doubt he's in range. I don't actually.
Anyway, I do not trust my memories. I have experience with what I remember not being the truth. So whatever brought me here might also be the reason for this story. It is not something I can confirm without outside data.
I'm just gonna blame this on Winnie. That seems like her MO.
I'm still thinking of how she could make infinite meat from a person.
The meat doesn't get replaced. The meat doesn't get restored. It just gets replaced.
She didn't explain it like that.
If you like cut off someone's leg and replace it with crystal, cut off their other leg and replace it with crystal. Same with their arms. How far can you go before they die? I wonder.
Good question. How long until Winnie realizes that she can use the crude in that way?
It's 3D printed, so I don't know how they taste.
Roll it.
They taste 3D.
Roll something we couldn't possibly know at this time.
No, roll it after you taste one.
Roll 3D something.
Have to get to know them first.
I mean, outside of character, I would say that all the way is the answer, although within character, I do not know yet.
Sure. Well, I think it would be prudent to move past this line of questioning into something else. I said it's out of character. In character, it's like, so it's just kind of moving on to something else.
Yeah, because there's no captain here, no one really knows what to do with you.
There's a captain.
He's the captain of the crew. He's not the captain of us.
He's captain of the ship.
We like the admirals or something.
Strike picks up one of these things and starts eating it, taking bites out of it.
What is it?
Sork doesn't know. But it looks like it's made from trees. I think.
It tastes fantastic to strike.
Woo!
To be fair, I haven't figured out what to do with myself just yet either. I presume it will just come to me eventually as I do things. So,
Well-
shall we do things? If that is alright with you all?
Sure. Let's not throw you into space.
Jazz was silently contemplating that up.
I've weighed the pros and cons, and
It's
I
like,
elect.
wait, you guys weren't debating that?
It's like, I've been reading the room, and I'm pretty sure that I can speak for the party when I say we've decided not to throw you. It's like, yeah, no. Direct stuff. Of course not. That'd be a waste. We'd eat them if we want to get rid of them.
You will have
Sork
to sit
says
in the
with a
corner,
mouthful of books.
Is nobody gonna correct us?
Sarek is consuming knowledge.
Can I get +2 to lore?
No.
I would if I had the stunt for it. I have a stunt that I'm eventually planning on might be getting. It's like I gain bonuses based on what the thing I eat.
Get +2 to lore while actively eating a book.
I can't. Well, I could talk. I can talk while eating. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but you're going to reduce the ship's investigate skill.
Permanent damage to staff for a temporary bonus to yours.
I
Yeah.
don't know what a book is. He's
I mean,
gonna
the
keep
ship,
eating
we can
it.
just reprint the books, so whatever.
Sork's gonna pick up another book and start chewing it.
This time it's a comic book.
They're very badly sorted.
Dictionary, porno, comics. Alright.
They're just sorted alphabetically.
But based on the third letter for some reason.
Really awkward for the 2-letter books.
And so Adora is kinda just casually tolerated in the ship? Question mark.
I mean, that's what they did with Jim, so.
That's true.
You knew who you were and introduced yourself, though.
So you guys are friends? I wouldn't say friends. More like casual tolerances.
I mean, this ship is literally super new, so it doesn't yet have any problems for it. Just kind of an awkward situation.
Straight crabs and... Oh, sorry, go on.
Everyone's healthy, nothing's destroyed just yet, I guess.
Oh, there's a bug eating all the books.
Oh. I mean, I guess I could try to work on that. I
Meanwhile,
hope you have copies of these. Or I hope they are not important.
No, none of us have read any of them.
Fuse, can you generate 2 book titles?
One of the books was contained the knowledge, the information about where the source of all magic is.
Alright, you have eaten Judged for Failure.
Alright. It's like a detective noir.
I'm thinking more about the book about how to.
And Thread of
deal with
Blood.
punishment.
Is it thread or threat?
Threat.
Okay.
That's a vampire
And-
novel.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the comic.
That's a vampire murder mystery
Comic.
comic.
And because I accidentally generated another one, there's also Secret of the Owlish Stranger.
Oh man.
That's the porno.
Stroke grabs that. Well, is like just an armful of them. Bring it onto the table and just like drop them onto the table and start munching on them.
A stranger that is like an owl.
Did
Clearly,
you know?
An owl.
clearly
Did
this
you-
must be some trash novels because Shrek loves them.
Did you know that some birds have really weird reproductive organs? Like ducks.
Is this in character?
I'm not saying that they're character.
Oh, Adora's trying to break the ice.
No,
Did you know?
no, that. God freaking. Yeah.
That's
No
how I
ice will
break
be
the ice
broken.
all the time.
I mean, I'm just making an out of character remark about the Owlish Stranger book being a porno. Apparently. That the owlish anatomy would be lovingly ignored in favor of the book just being a porno.
Yeah, Shrike doesn't know what a book is.
Since Roik enjoys it, apparently Judge for Failure and Thread of Blood are both trashy romance novels.
Not just trashy.
It's
Okay, so
their guilty pleasure.
Oh,
in
yes.
character.
Jimothy.
Is there any...
Jimothy, I guess we're going to be going to your planet. If you want to go give the coordinates to the captain.
Internally fist pumping.
Man, I'm just
I-
curious to know what happened that makes it so that you can't stay there.
Shrike is there.
I mean, there's people that apparently that are really pissed at me, and you guys are definitely gonna cause a lot of nonsense.
Ridiculous.
Do we want to warp there?
When you say my planet, you mean... I mean, I only have one planet they call my own, and it is rather boring.
We're going to Jimothy's planet.
Oh.
Country road, take me home, and so on.
And so on.
West
Yeah.
Virginia.
Song.
What fuse?
I said West Virginia.
That's more like New York.
Something, West Virginia.
Regular Virginia is better.
North Virginia.
No bias.
Why is there West Virginia but no East Virginia?
West
There
one.
isn't? Like, is it seriously just a West Virginian? That's it?
Yep.
And regular Virginia.
Huh. Interesting.
Virginia, West Virginia, more West Virginia.
Wester.
Westest Virginia.
The two used to be together just as Virginia, but West Virginia conceded from the Union.
Huh.
Least Virginia.
They didn't secede, they conceded.
You know the word.
I give up.
I give up on this union.
Oh, and I've learned a thing today. Did it?
Wait, so Strike has been in the books and you're the one who learned something.
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
At any rate, so this is a ship going somewhere then. I'm okay with this. Oh, sorry, why do I keep...
Say, Dora, do you eat?
Do you get eaten?
I do not. Sorry. If that disappoints you.
I'm slightly disappointed.
And I am slightly apologetic.
I mean, Strike eats for 3, so they're still below par.
It's what?
For 3.
I eat for 3?
Yeah, you eat like 3 times as much as anybody else.
Oh, okay. Oh man, Cirque's gonna work out and get swole.
Oh no!
Those little stick arms become muscles.
The picture with the jacked skeleton.
Yeah, hold on.
I'll be right back.
Be right back.
Okay, that's a link. Okay, my message is too long. I can't send this link.
How did you...
I found an image that the link is so long that it doesn't fit within the 2,000 character limit.
How did you even do this?
Just copy the
Screenshot it.
data or something.
So I'll have to send a different picture. Oh, no, that one doesn't work either.
50% though. 50.2%. Can't you just screenshot the image?
Too long.
I mean, at this point, though.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
There you go, I made a joke.
Yeah, perfect comedic timing.
Yeah.
I still remember what this joke was meant to be about, so it's fine.
Strike is eating leaves. The tree.
I didn't think of it, but I should have moved Winnie there
Where's Winnie going?
to the bathroom.
Oh.
Now I'm back.
That reminds me, Fuse. This is a tree on a dog planet.
Huh?
That's all.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, it grew on like instantly. So it never was on a dog place.
You don't know that.
That's fair. That is fair.
It could just as easily have been transported.
Presumably there are more trees like it on the planet.
Get
You
that
will
good old
never know.
piss meat going on.
Well, the meat is in the leaves. Like, it's way up there.
Well, it's the fruit of the plant, and the plant's
Yeah.
been watered in a precarious way.
Yeah.
I mean,
And due to my meta reasoning of having to go to the bathroom, it's already came true.
I mean, you've got to get them nitrates, right?
So.
So, I guess this is the part where I stop being acknowledged. Okay.
Well,
Does he
fun.
have nitrates?
This is the part where we're trying to get the ship to go somewhere and waiting for that to happen.
Jimothy, have you been to the captain yet?
I'm the captain. No. Where it's... Oh, yeah. Beep. Okay. Give me up.
walks
Whoa.
across the circle.
So I guess this is it then.
Alright, who here
I haven't-
is... Do I actually know what the coordinates, or is it... it's probably going to be in the database or something.
Right,
Alright,
so
which one of
Jimothy,
you
you
is...
pop up here and you just see like a large swarm of identical looking people in identical uniforms just constantly chattering about how much they love their job.
Okay, which one of you knows is the captain?
The one in the middle, I would guess.
I am the captain. I love my job.
It's a great stunt.
You don't pay for itself, honestly.
It does
Alright, you need to plot course, or there's somebody else to do so, to the planet. Do need to come up with a name.
Yes.
Alright, planet name generator.
The planet's name is Pants.
No. Salomia is what the generator gives me.
I would love to.
Didn't do.
Is he gonna
Plot
do
a
it?
course. You hear several people chiming in from the back row. I would love to. And then from then on, it's just a cacophony of people shouting out orders to other people, and those people talking about how much they love fulfilling those orders. With the occasional unrelated person just randomly shouting out, I love doing my job.
Despite the shouting, I believe they are doing a good job.
Huh?
Like, I believe they are doing a competent job despite the shouting.
We're gonna find out.
I mean, communication is a large part of teamwork, and commandeering a ship is a team effort.
First, the navigation people have to figure out where they're going. So let's make that and investigate.
They love doing this.
They love their job. Then we need to plot a course with computer. They love their job.
That's what computers for.
Among other things.
And then the pilot's gonna fly there. With pilot.
And love, and love for
They
his
love their
job.
job.
Legendary piloting here.
For a legendary ship.
Legendary piloting of a legendary double legendary ship.
Right, so you practically just warp there.
Alright, my connection seems to be better now.
Okay.
The
I
ship
don't
is
like
moving
the
so
attitude.
fast that you're warping space and time around you.
Okay, who snatched the spice out of the kitchen?
What?
Nice. Dune.
Yeah, it's a Dune
Spicy
reference.
time.
He thinks he is high. Drugs.
I'm imagining just in a medieval town, someone doing drugs, talking about there being high, and they get like dragged to the king. It's like, he claims to be high, despite being at the same elevation as everyone else.
While that's happening, I just asked, alright, so how long is it gonna take to get there?
We're already there.
Okay, that...
We
well,
will be arriving shortly. Is there anything I can help you with? I would love to.
Oh. Wow, no, wow, that's impressive. Thanks. Reminded to.
I
remind me
love
to,
scanning deep space.
give Jazz a high five for doing such a good job.
Yeah.
I love looking out for attackers.
Imagine, like, he's smiling, he's laughing, and you try to get him a high five, and he's
And I get the heck out of this place because it's freaking me out.
he just gives you a stern look like, that's not my job.
Now you are teleporting into this cacophony.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Hello, I'm aiming. I love aiming.
Can you shoot? I want to see what it looks like.
I would love to.
Sweet. Do it.
Hold on, are we shooting as we arrive at the village?
I love my job.
We will be there momentarily. Hey, can you shoot the gun?
Alright, so as you're arriving, like, you exit warp, and you see out the window, this guy just opens fire and writes, "I love my job" on a nearby moon.
I am impressed, and I also will go high five Jazz for no discernible reason.
Go do what?
Gonna go give Jazz a high five. Yeah!
Okay.
Your ship is great.
Ship is great, you say?
It is great.
Jazz gives a high five that feels like a wet bag of cement hitting your hand.
Good. Oh, hey, where's Stroke? He didn't finish eating this ice person.
I-
Yes.
Yeah, where's Stroke?
I didn't say the T somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, stroke.
We quote unquote decided to let her just sit around.
Is that so?
Why would she eat a nice person?
I'm a nice king.
Now there
Jazz
is
has asked the bartender for a meat smoothie.
now there is a tax to be able to stay within us. You need to give us 2 of your teeth.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Shh.
I
Did I extend my hand?
okay. So, lacking teeth, Adora just kinda plucks off 2 bits of crystal of her head and stretches out her hand with them in it.
So that looks pretty cool.
An odd custom, but I hope this is acceptable.
It is more than acceptable. I just wanted to see what you were gonna do. You're kind of cool. All right. Welcome aboard the Pope. I'm not sure what we're doing, but you're fine to be around.
We're going to Jimothy's planet.
Oh, you guys decided. Oh, sweet. So we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do like 4 things. Can't wait to meet your parents, Jimothy.
Good luck with that. They've all died of diabetes decades ago.
Oh, wow. All right.
I just spontaneously decided that, yeah.
I
Gonna and start licking on the ice teeth like they were popsicles.
So are we on the planet, or are we just in the atmosphere?
I mean, they aren't made of ice, but okay.
Well, I know that, but Aya interprets things as she will.
It's rock
Yeah.
candy.
Do we
Yeah,
feel
okay.
any acceleration from the movement, or is it literally just pop in and out of existence?
Slightly
This is a
higher
double
gravity.
legendary ship.
And we got quantum room stuff, so I'm pretty sure the compensator for the speed is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, and everybody else would have heard the guns firing.
Did you have anything to do with that?
Oh no, like the ship just stopped, and then I came over to tell you guys that we're here.
Yeah, I was told it would just be in a short while.
I just didn't know it was your planet.
Is there anything I go in there to look outside?
You could call up some video screens.
Strike asks
Alright, that's cool.
people if we're being attacked. Despite
Right,
not
so
having any reason.
Jimothy, you call up a screen. And you see the planet. You see that it doesn't look like it's doing super great. There are bits of it that are on fire. Also, it looks like somebody wrote something on the moon. I love
Well-
my job.
God damn it, Jazz!
Whoa, wait,
I've just
why
been
does-
here drinking meat.
Yeah, why are you on Jazz's case suddenly?
Because it's his damn crew who did this, almost certainly.
I didn't give them any orders.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
but
just
you
a
had the-
coincidence.
you had
Like
the shot.
maybe it's the work of the local evil tyrant wizard. We don't know.
I love being a tyrant wizard.
I love being a tyrant wizard.
I mean, if I was a tyrant wizard, I would love my job.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me. Tyrants. I've heard of these.
Hey, nobody is above another.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. That's what I've heard is right, and yet tyrants exist where they establish themselves as above others and force them to do their bidding.
Yeah, like in case
Oh,
I told you, like everyone here, like there's no boss among us. We're all equal.
Yeah, the last boss kinda up and left because of work conditions, let's say.
I'm kind of
Wait.
sad that you didn't describe it as the last boss escaped.
So true.
Yeah, the last one got away.
You want to be our new boss? No.
Hey, Adora, do you want to be our new boss? You get all of the responsibility and none of the authority.
None of the what?
Is it something you want?
No. We're joking.
Yeah, we like our system. We just discuss and agree. And we try to be civil. We're very civil people here. All of us.
We should land. Strike says we should land.
Yeah, so you said parts were on fire. Was it just like locally, or was it like all over the place?
It's just occasional spots that are on fire.
Are there like other ships like around the planet?
Yes.
Are they fighting?
Yeah, there are ships everywhere in the area fighting. That's just a given.
What does a fire look like from space on a planet?
That has to be a huge fire.
Yes.
It's not like there are fires on the planet. It's parts of the planet are on fire.
Why? It just didn't click until now.
Okay, less than ideal. And if you know how to defuse war,
One side dies.
Yeah.
Presumably, they only need to agree to stop fighting.
Death
You
isn't
just kill the monster that's causing the war.
Death isn't necessary. Sometimes captives are enough.
Yes, and there are better ways of.
just summon a bigger monster that's so bad that both sides have to work together to get rid of it.
Sroy,
I bet-
the expert on war.
There's an arc I'm working right now on Strike. There's a reason I want Strike to be visiting more cities, and this is actually a great place for them to be right now.
Yeah. The entire planet is a city. It's just like your home planet, but a lot less. And they bothered building things that haven't fallen, well, that mostly haven't fallen down.
So where are tourists supposed to land on this planet?
I'm guessing spaceports all over the place, but given the circumstances, I'm not sure they were willing to. I mean, they could ask at the very least, but I don't think they're gonna say yes. Nor am I certain we want to go down there while everything is on fire.
And I'm sure that the lunar vacation spots don't really appreciate your presence right now.
We should land, Strike reiterates.
Is there like an intercom system so we can speak with the crew without going all over the place?
That would make
Presumably, the
sense.
screens be pulled up.
Sure.
Yeah, you can pull up a screen for that too.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna say, "Hey, Strikes want us to land."
I would love to. Initiate landing procedure. I would love to. I would love to. I would love to.
I cut the feed. At that point.
My favorite channel. We didn't quite get robots.
I love mixing drinks.
Whenever anybody doesn't feel like.
So which is the crew member with rapport?
Huh? News report?
Yeah, that is what was asked.
I'm just
Probably the
imagining,
captain.
As we're standing here, we hear the bartender talk about loving his job. We hear, I love surgery.
I love cutting people.
So who's the crew member with magic?
Somewhere in there.
The bartender,
Crew thaumaturge.
the
Yeah.
bartender has the magic and the rapport.
The captain has the rapport.
Oh, okay.
I mean, presumably, since there's 40 crew members, only like some amount of skills that's around 10, they overlap and or rather they're redundant in places.
Give me the stiffest drink you have and not a word.
He's in a short circuit. You're gonna kill the man. I would.
He
He just give you a
slowly
solid drink because that's how
smiles.
stiff it is.
can
You
see
weren't
it.
sure that a mouth could stretch that far.
You can see it in his expression. He would love to.
He mixes you a drink.
Yeah,
I'll take
it's
the
below
bottle of meat
fair.
fingers and
An
put it
average drink.
Crafted average.
Yeah, crafted draverage.
beverage.
Yeah, beverage. Draverage beverage.
Yeah, how good is the meat smoothie that Jazz is drinking?
You know what's one of my favorite things about the Fate system?
Oh, that one's good.
One of my
That
favorite
one's
things about
great, even.
the Fate system is that because of the fudge dice, it is technically possible for someone with a +8 skill and someone who's defaulting on that same skill to tie.
Yep. Hey, the legendary person's just having a bad day.
Yeah.
At the exact same time that the normal person is having a really good day.
Yeah, that's how karma works sometimes. And then the person that's supposed to be a pro is sad.
And then it just so ultimately it just comes down to whoever has the more fate points to spend. Let me give a moment. All right, are we landing?
According to Captain and
Yep, you are
the happy
landing.
room.
And on that note,
We should open the doors at least before we on that note, so we have something to think about.
alright, you open the doors. You're in a building. There's people around. Whoa!
All right.
This was
How
a
the people I'm
minor
seeing-
milestone.
Oh, nice.
Which means you can do one of these things.
I'd like to make a story detail. The GM is Waluigi.
Accepted.
You have to add a Waluigi mustache to your fuse.
No.
Fuse icon.
Wow, fake coins are huge.
I think you said Bitcoin.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's in storage.
It's a good thing it's a roomy in here.
You don't want to crush anything with your fatish coins.
Dude, this is it's a pretty big elevator. Kind of dig that.
Yeah, well, it's a 40 crew ship. If
Yeah, it
can
makes
get
sense.
To and from en masse.
I like how Timothy is still sitting over his drink and not disembarking on his home planet.
His
think
entire
he's smart
purpose
enough.
for existing.
He's smart enough to let the troublemaker go out first.
That's fair.
I'm not associated with them. I was just a prisoner.
I want to spend since this session is ending, I want to spend a fate point to establish that the society is actually formed by not by victims but by like other small time pickpockets and stuff that are just that have rubbed the wrong way.
Okay.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Basically, the society isn't formed by people that are conned or just otherwise stole from, but from other small-time thieves and pickpockets and stuff.
So everyone on this planet is also a thief and a
Yeah.
pickpocket.
Timothy is
I mean,
too
ever-
good.
No,
He's
maybe
a
it's just
butt.
part of
Timothy, there you are. You gotta show us to your childhood home.
Yeah, you see that pile of fire over there?
I start trying to drag Jimothy to the elevator.
And I am going to end the stream.
All right.
See y'all next time.
Bye.
Later.
All right. See ya. But